We'll be starting up in just a moment.
FOREXLENS gives you the edge. FOREXLENS lets you invest and earn with institutional traders, even if you're new to trading. Trading and investing made simple with FOREXLENS. Check out our performance at FOREXLENS.com. Get the edge on trades, your eye into the markets. FOREXLENS.com.
Okay, thank you, Igor, and welcome everyone. Good morning as we begin the Sydney Tokyo overlap, 8th of January now. And straight away, in this session, we plan to touch base with quite a few currencies: Euro, USD, dollar index, pound, dollar JPY, quickly. Then gold, followed by Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Ripple. So we've got at least quite a few charts on hand, and if there is time, we'll take some questions, one or two, and also touch base with the indices later on in the New York session. But first things first, let's get started off with the Euro USD, and since we have the price action working in our favor, we still have time to quickly work out the larger degree counts, and then I'll take you guys to the hourly chart. And believe it or not, it seems to be that the price action is now ready to launch the trend that we've been talking about since last 3 days, since last Friday precisely. So for those who are just joining, Euro has carved 5 up, confirming the larger degree trend higher, and also a corrective ABC with the price action bouncing close to the Fibonacci 61.8% retracement. All right. Please keep this bigger picture in mind because the next wave of larger degree is going to be or should be rather of the same magnitude, right? Uh, Excuse me for that miss. So it should be around the same magnitude of the first wave or wave A. If it is wave C of one larger degree, then it's going to be exactly the same as A in magnitude. It can be higher, but it won't be lower. So we can count the points here. It's from 95 to almost 1300. So it's going to be like 1,500 points at least. All right. Now, here's where the action is right now. So let's dig in further. If you have been following the Tokyo, Sydney overlap, London, and New York sessions, you must have seen that price action is exactly following the script, like it's a movie, and of course, more than movie, I would like to label it as a story. So the story now is we've got lower degree wave one in place, and we've got a standard flat also in place. In terms of magnitude or degree, I use a label lower degree because on the daily chart we were working on minor degree. On the hourly chart, we'll start working from possibly sub-minute degree or minute, right? So it's like this: sub-minute, then minute, then minute, and then it's minor. All right. So as I explained earlier in my first session, it's the grandson looking up to the son looking up to the father, and father looking up to the grandfather. So that's how it's going to be like. Okay. So if you want to label with the sub-minute group, then it starts like one, that is a minor. So what I'm going to do is change the minor degree to a sub-minute. All right, so it's like Roman 1 and Roman 2, so sub-minute. And then it's going to go like the next one would be I think it's better to keep the minute degree here because that one is already subdivided into five waves. So the minute or sub-minute is within the bracket one Roman. This looks more objective. So we've got wave one, wave two of the minute. So when this completes five waves, we are going to see that minute wave one, you understand, and five minute waves is going to bring us wave C or wave three of the minor degree. So we'll get into this more details when we do the theory sessions, but we are exactly what we were discussing or deciding to be uh, like where the price action should be ideal to be picking up. So that is wave one, and this one is A, B, and C. Uh, and if you would like to see, it's like a magnifying glass. Like let's say if I move on to 15 minutes time frame, then you can see that okay, this is A, B, C, three waves, A, B, C, three waves, and that one is one, two, three. You see that neat little triangle, wave four, and then wave five. Maybe one more low, and then wave five is complete, or we are near to complete right now as well. So it's a 3-3-5 structure. It's a flat. Okay, this is the kind of confidence and objectivity that the wave theory brings us to be able to trade with confidence. So the trade setup now. We have already bought, so I'm going to give both the ranges that we have entered. One is the 70 range, and the other one is right now 1.03 4045. Stop doesn't change, 1.0200. The risk is, we're at a minimum level of risk right now as we speak. And the target for short-term traders is going to be like 1.0600, 1.0700. For position traders, please continue holding on the long side. It's going to be a minor degree trend reversal, so it's going to go long. All right. So if we talk about the risk reward ratio on the shorter term, it's like 150 average risk against 250, 350 potential reward. All right. So that's the trade setup in euro. And also, if you're interested, just around the fifth wave, you kind of want to look at the RSI. If you see that the RSI is also hovering around the 30 mark, so that's a neat little buy zone as well. If it is a bullish divergence showing, maybe price action drops lower within the next few hours and we see a bullish divergence on the other side, it's going to be even better. All right, I think we've spent around 10 minutes on the euro explaining on the wave counts, but it's good. All right, so on the long side for euro now, we'll straight away get into business in the dollar index. You can pick up capital, no problems, or so that's the hourly chart for the US dollar index, and just a bit of zoom in. So we've got the first wave. I'm putting the Fibonacci across the first wave, and there you have the second wave. Touch base with the 50%. Probably give it some room to go and test the 61.8% as well. Always when we are in a corrective wave, give some room for give some space for further correction as well. And that's the reason why we always keep the stop loss above the head or below the low. Straight away here, the potential trade setup. Potential short. I think in the last session, we initiated shorts around 108.15. And now it's going to be like 108.30. And I'm going to put a range here, 30.50. Stop loss won't change. Please remember we are at a minimum risk right now. Just to stay above the noise, I've kept around 109.80 if I remember what we did last session. And target, okay, let's find out the targets once again for those who are joining in fresh. The larger degree wave counts for the dollar index is exactly the opposite for what we saw in the euro. If you talk about the daily charts or other lower time frames. So there you are. It's around 106 and 105. So those targets are for the short-term traders. and it's still quite meaningful, right? From 108.30 average shorts, if you can carry on through the 105 levels. See, I'll tell you the story here. It's good to always know this in the story form. See, uh, let me move this slightly aside. All right, that was the fourth wave again of one higher degree, correct? And now, if the bears are going to come in control, the next story is that the first thing the bears want to do is to take out the wave four of one higher degree. And so this is what is the path going to be like. Maybe slide, slide push higher, and then turn lower to take that particular wave four of one higher degree out. And then you see the nice little Fibonacci ratios also matching up with the wave here, the lower degree wave one. So it's so much confidence that's being given by the wave theory. The previous wave four coming into picture, Fibonacci extensions coming into picture, wave one, wave two, Fibonacci retracements. So it's like trade with absolute objectivity and confidence. So we are short on the dollar index. What I'll do is I'll quickly pick up trades if you're interested for pound and dollar JPY as well. We'll work on the hourly charts because the larger degree charts are mostly the same. Again, what we are seeing on pound hourly is again that this is wave one, and then we see expanded flat. Now this is also a corrective pattern, but it's not a standard flat; it's an expanded flat where we would go higher to a new extreme, and then wave C subdivides again into five waves, coming back to the area where it started. So that could be a potential expanded flat in the making. And if I spread the Fibonacci around the 38.2% touch, we are already there. So it could be wave four as well if the if I'm wrong. But even if it's wave four, a high probable count is to move on the north side from here. All right. So the stop loss would go around 1.23. 1.2351 is the low, so you got to keep below that. It's 1.2480. The stop loss is going to go around 1.2330 at least, just to be below that noise. And the target, let's find out, but it should be the larger degree wave four as ideally the story should also unfold similar to what Euro is doing. So here we are. It's 28.75 and yeah, 28.75. And if you want to look around, you see it's pretty close to the previous wave four of one higher degree as well. That's the it gives us so much confidence when the waves are just matching with the Fibonacci. All right, so long in pound, dollar JPY. I'd like to just bring about the bigger picture here. It would be a positional trade here. So the path or the story or the wave counts would be like the first wave and then expanded flat A, B, C. All right. And the next path could be like this. So we are heading south. Specific entries on the short side, you can initiate shorts right now. Potential sell around 158. 158 handle, correct? We'd like to place a stop loss above that. So it's going to go above 161. And since we are focusing on a positional one here, the target, we will keep it open. And to be precise, we'll be targeting below 139. So there's no need to count the risk reward ratio. It's going to be super excellent for the dollar JPY. Okay, I think we've got another 10 minutes at least. So I think we've got time for the coins. Last session, we were more interested in the actual trade setup in Bitcoin. So the stop loss is going to go below 91,000. And here's the trade. For those who are joining it now, did you see that 50% touch in the previous wave 4 as well coming into the same area? So ideally, it could be wave 1 of a lower degree and then wave 2 of a lower degree. We'll have to watch for the price action. Please don't forget, we got to place our stop loss right below that 91 mark. Because on the larger degree time frame, as I've been continuously saying, we are just on we are just completing the last wave or just within the last wave, and you never know if there is a turn around the corner. We can have a miss. Maybe the last wave might be complete. It doesn't look like right now. It's wave 1 and wave 2. So your entry point is around current price 95 97 range, and the stop loss is around 90. So that's 7,000 points of risk. And here's the target. You can see the target if it's matching out with the previous one on the larger degree. Let's find out. So the larger degree target was around 126. This one is pointing around 122, pretty close. And the first target is around 110, the second target 121. But I would say if price action resumes its rally from here, all right, then the moment it prints above that high 101, 102, and continues it to push higher, the first thing we do is move your stop loss from 91 to a break even, that is 97 or 96. All right, that way we'd be trading or placing in a more safer way. You can be aggressive, but only when the trends are beginning, not when they are ending. So Bitcoin is, of course, it is beginning a lower degree wave, but it's just the last wave of the higher degree. So it's slightly different than what we are witnessing in the euros and pound and the dollar JPY and the dollar index. Okay, Ethereum now. We'll keep the trade setup as it is. But as the kind of confidence that we have in Bitcoin, we've got to be a bit careful when you are dealing with Ethereum because if this doesn't look like an impulse yet, this rally, it doesn't fit into the impulse. It could be a corrective wave, but again, fifth waves are it can be a diagonal as well. So we cannot rule out the possibility of another high from here. All right, if it's not an impulse, it can be a diagonal. Diagonal is a three-wave structure, sorry, five-wave structure, and each wave subdivides into three waves. So we still can fall into the place here. The potential entry is right now around 3,400. So you can go long, but your stop loss should go below this one, 3,100. So 300 points of risk. And let's find out the Fibonacci extensions and let's see if it's matching out with the larger degree extensions as well. I remember 4,300, the larger degree. So we are pretty close to that. It's 4,500, just about the larger degree. All right. So, but be very strict about your stop loss policies. It has to go right below that 3,100 mark. Okay, Solana should be on the same lines. Again, this doesn't look like an impulse. So either we are extending the third wave, maybe that's wave one, wave two. Wave two again was sideways, so we never know if this is wave B as well. So if you are looking for a long call, your stop loss has to go below that 175 mark. Okay, or even tighter. You can keep it around 188. All right, and then let it run higher. We might be getting very close to the last waves of most of the coins. Yeah. So it's going to be like 252 and 282 and possibly 300. On the upside now, uh, till the time it breaks, it stays above 174, 175. Okay, and you've got Ripple. Uh-oh. Since we are covering quite a few instruments and keep the session nice and precise, I decided to take the US indices only in the New York session is required. So Ripple is just a moment. I need to show the daily chart. Yeah. So here's the path for Ripple. That's 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm showing this. We discussed this the last time as well. But it's a classic book example of, so either the triangle already terminated here or it is terminating there at the current price action. Either ways, if I try to, I mean, that is A, B, C, D or E or D and E. If I try to connect the dots, here's a triangle AC and maybe BD here or BD there. In both the cases, price action is just about to cut loose above that high. The moment it prints above 2.6, it's a confirmation of the beginning of the thrust wave. That is beginning of the fifth wave. And if we got to take the extensions, so I'm taking wave, the triangle ending right now. In that case, we are heading towards 3.7 at least. Sorry, yes, it is 3.7 and 6.25. You never know, coins can go beyond the 61.618 extension. It can go all the way towards 1.618 extension as well, which is quite unlikely when you're talking about the currencies or metals. Okay, metals are also an exception, especially gold. But we can rely on 3.7 at least. So the trade setup is on the long side for Ripple right now. You can place your stop loss right across the triangle low, that is, you can place below the A right now. The moment it breaks higher, we move the stop loss to a break even. So it's 1.9 at this point in time. Entry around 2.2, targeting around 3.7 minimum. All right, we can keep the waves or the path as it is, and it can be useful when we come back. So the next session lined up is the London after a few hours, and this is it for now. We are just on time for the session. If we don't have any questions, Igor, we can call it a wrap and come back later. Thank you.
Thank you, SPDas. Yeah, we'll hold off the questions for now, only because I'm testing the ForexLens AI in real time right now, just to make sure that everything's
Okay.
working. So we'll just hold off on questions for now. But thanks very much. That was fantastic. As always,
Sure.
super impressed with your market knowledge, technical knowledge, and passion for this. So looking forward to London.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Forex Lens gives you the edge. Forex Lens understands the global economy and financial markets. With machine learning, we give you real-time global analysis and investment strategies. Forex Lens lets you invest and earn with institutional traders, even if you're new to trading. Trading and investing made simple with Forex Lens. Check out our performance at forexlens.com. Get the edge on trades, your eye into the markets. forexlens.com.